Good morning, everybody, or afternoon. It's way afternoon. It's almost 3. I'm making dinner. This is a what's for dinner video, and it's going to be use it or lose it, and it's going to be fast and simple, and I'm going to use up things out of my pantry. And my name is Kendra. Welcome. If you've never subscribed, but you visited here and you like what you saw, I would love it if you subscribed, and say hi if you want to. I love to chat with people. Let's get started. I have left, the dog's barking because he's convinced we have company. I don't usually, I talk to myself, but not like this. I had this leftover French bread that was made last night, so they can have that with it. I'm going to use this crema instead of half and half. It was $11.23. It's Best Buy, not expired, so that's going to be some of the milk base, because potato bacon soup has a milk base. Did I tell you that's what I was making? I'll put it in the description. I'm going to use a can of whole kernel corn. I'm going to, hold on. I'm sorry, I had to turn around and reassure those 2 killer toy poodles that we didn't have an intruder. Just mama. Okay, so I'm going to use as a base too this cream of bacon. I'm going to start by doing the bacon and the potatoes. I'm going to dice these whole potatoes so that they'll be diced same as these. I have fresh potatoes, but I would like to use these. And I already said this, so there's that. Cut up my bacon into some little pieces so I can get some oil off of it. I drained the potatoes and then I rinsed them really well, and the reason for that is it's got so much starch on it that I'm afraid they won't brown up a little bit. I want them not to taste like canned potatoes, so I'm going to fudge it up a little bit, by trying to make it better than just canned potatoes. So I also realized I hadn't said I'm going to use garlic in this as well as onion, so there's that. One more thing, clearly those are not whole potatoes. It even said it right on the can, sliced potatoes. So I'm going to try to slice these to, thereabouts what the others are. The canned potatoes are now cut up to kind of uniform sizes, and I've got them here trying to drain some of the liquid off of them. It was basically drained, but trying to dry them is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to do it a little bit more. I've got equal parts of olive oil and real butter in a frying pan. I'm going to put the potatoes in the frying pan. This looks nice and ready to get going, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in. I put a whole bunch of salt and pepper, but I'm going to add more. Probably not a whole bunch more of salt, because it's got the bacon and the soup's got salt, but at least a lot of pepper, because that really adds the flavor. All right, now, this has always working for me before. Watch it not work this time. What I have here is baking soda. Canned potatoes do not brown like they're supposed to, and supposedly baking soda will change the pH in the potatoes and cause them to brown. I'll show you in a minute. There we go. Can you tell the difference in browning? From here you can see it very strongly. I could go longer, but my intention wasn't to make breakfast potatoes. If I were using this for breakfast potatoes, I would go longer, and they are good for that. But they haven't ever let me down. You just have to let it go, be patient, and they will turn browner and browner and browner. And I've not had that luck if I didn't add the baking soda. I would say for 2 cans, I used probably a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more of the baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. So, on with the rest of the recipe. Potato magic, that's what it is. Next, I'm going to use most of this chicken broth, and I'm going to mix in the cream of bacon with it. There we go. I used the whole container of chicken broth, by the way, and put in the soup, mix it together. I'm starting to feel kind of nervous about using the crema. I don't know if I want to or not. I have half and half, and I have milk. I have shelf-stable milk. It's kind of gelatinous. Maybe it's supposed to be. I'm sure it's supposed to be, but will it calm down in the, recipe? I don't know. Okay, I've got the bacon going now. I better keep going on this before it turns black and flavorless. And I'm gonna, what do I do next? Let's see, I'll put in some broth is what I'll do. That broth is in. It was cream of bacon and chicken bouillon, chicken broth from a carton. Sometimes I like to use better than broth, you know, the bouillon in the jars. But I'm out of the chicken kind, and I need a wooden spoon before I go after the inside of this container. Oh, I'll just use this. All right, next, I'm gonna put in, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and put in the potatoes because this is basically done except for the cream part. Yum, yum. Here's the potatoes. There we go. Okay, so there's good and bad news. You cannot taste that you put any, you know, baking soda in these potatoes. There's zero taste to that. But it still tastes like canned potatoes. My kids are going to think, something different. No, but keep your mouth shut, all right? Don't tell. Garlic next, and the reason I'm putting it in now instead of earlier, like when I did the potatoes for flavor, is someone once told me you can burn your garlic and make it bitter. That you want to use lower temps. I don't know if that's true, but I've been doing it. I put in the 1 can. I'm not putting that second can in. I'm scared to death that it's not going to be right. I also forgot one other ingredient that I need to put in here. Well, you know what? That crema, that 1 small can, seemed to kind of thicken it up. So I don't know if I should put in the other ingredient that I usually use. I'm sure you know what it is. I'll show you. About half of one of these packets inside is into the soup. I wait until it comes almost to a boil, and then I go ahead and shake it in, turn it off, and it finishes, and it's lovely, thick potato soup. And I may still do that. We'll see. This has got the buttery taste to it. It also contains salt, so don't salt this. I just got a spoon and tasted just a little bit off the top of the broth. I'm going to tell you what, it's better than regular cream or milk in this. So I already got rid of the other can, but I'm going to remember this. Although that crema is not cheap anymore because people have heard, you know, this is the good stuff for their coffee, and they're buying it up because creamer is so expensive, and so is cream. I don't know if I'll go ahead and put the buttery hash brown, or not hash browns, I'm sorry, the buttery home-style mashed potatoes. If I do, it's probably going to be a half a cup, just a little bit. And I often do that with other things too, and just put a little clip on it, you know, and keep it as the one I use for making food. I added more pepper and some of this parsley flakes, dehydrated parsley flakes, and stir that in. And it's just about to come to a boil, or a simmer, I should say. I won't let it boil. And then this is how much of the mashed potato flakes instant I decided to put in here. So it's just now getting to that spot. And then I'll turn it off, and we're good. And they're going to have it with the garlic toast left over, garlic bread left over. Top it with goldfish if they want. Top it with... Dude, you know what I forgot to do? I didn't put any onions in this. I'm going to put some onion powder. Ah! That's better. Give that a stir in. Sometimes I'll chop onions and just put them in with the bacon, but I forgot. Totally forgot. I was thinking about the crema too much. I told you I got rid of it, but it's still... Come with me, won't you? It's still sitting here. I don't know. Should I put it in a container and try it in my coffee in the morning like everybody says it's so good? I might put it in a little bitty canning jar and try it tomorrow. I don't drink coffee anymore. Yes, I do. I went back to it, okay? My tummy doesn't hurt anymore, so I thought I'd try again, and it didn't hurt again, so now I'm drinking it again. Not as much. And this is the dehydrated instant potatoes. That's my favorite brand. I won't use any other brand but that. Unless I was, you know, desperate, then of course I would. This just looks so good. And it tastes even better. I wish it was a little bit browner. Maybe it was never meant to be, though. All right, again, I made too much. But here it is. And this is it. And I will do a taste test in a bowl, a proper taste test. Here it is. It's topped with chopped bacon, sliced green onions, and, well, goldfish. So let me see if I can find a good spoon. We have to use our favorite. Oh, there it is. It's not the Mickey Mouse spoon. It's a proper soup spoon. Yum, yum, yum. That's a little hot, wouldn't you say? It's coming off the spoon. The steam. Okay, I'm going to try. That's probably better than my regular recipe. I'm never going back. The star of the show, this stuff. It's for serious. Yes, get it and use it in your cream-based soups. I didn't say goodbye. So, I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't, and I hope to see you again tomorrow or the next video. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. There's a video every day. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.